Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. This is Connor from Futures Analytica, bringing you guys another live futures trading session. Today, we, of course, are using the R31 build, which is going to release soon, of L2Azimuth. This build does include various improvements, feature updates, and inclusions of just, in general, trade execution accuracy increases. So just jump right into the stream here. We're just going to be using counter spoof and trespass today. We're going to be using high risk management and micro congruity on. I'm going to be clicking concordant, which is going to enable the strategy to take trades in both directions, which is exactly what we want. We have auto re-engage enabled, which is going to reactivate the strategy each time we enter a trade, so we don't have to manage that actively. We, of course, have our new risk management settings set up, which are we're able to actually manage the equity of our account without having to do that manually. So it's going to limit us to a maximum trailing drawdown. It's going to limit us to a maximum profit target and a maximum loss. So we can configure all that just in the strategy setup. We're able to do that pretty easily. Just waiting for some volatility here. It's a little bit flat on ES today, so let's just see if we can get filled into something. You know, Gary, that's a good point. You said, why release an update this big on a Friday afternoon? Most of the trading is done for the week. Why not a Sunday night? You know, that's probably a good idea. We might have to. That might be a good idea to push that back to Sunday night, Gary. That'll just give us more time to build educational content for it. But yeah, we'll see. See pretty much no volatility here today, unfortunately. But I guess that's what we get for living on the Pacific Coast. So even this morning, there wasn't really that much, though. You can see back here, it was just pretty range bound. Hey Doug, I just saw your email about the Roth IRA conversion method, and that's actually a pretty interesting strategy. I haven't even really thought about that being a possibility. So, um, I'll definitely look into doing that. As yeah, that would save me a lot in taxes by the time I reach retirement. Hey Josh, I think you're going to be pretty pleased with what we're doing with that on that side of things with this new update. It's going to include a lot of increases in. We've made pretty significant advances in our customer support. We have hired a whole new support team to help out Peter with what he's doing. Um, and we're really going to be focusing on current customers a lot more than gathering in new customers. So we're really making significant investments in that end. Um, so honestly, I would just say to wait. I don't like to talk fluff. I think that yeah, they're definitely um, our customer support certainly has not been perfect. Our company grew a significant amount more than we expected over the past few months, and we had a lot of growing pains addressing new customers and making sure they're able to get everything installed. We're slowly catching up on that. I mean, we've addressed everyone who had an inquiry, but yeah, we definitely want to see actual results from our team before I give you any promises of, oh yeah, that problem's not a thing anymore, or we don't have to worry about that anymore because of this, because we just don't have enough data on that yet. So I don't have an answer for you yet on complaints of poor customer support, just because this new team is so new. But what we're seeing is that they're able to really effectively respond to people and get their concerns dialed in. So that's all I can say on that for now, but I'll have more information for you, I'd say, in the next week once I have some data on how people are satisfied with customer support, making sure everyone is able to get set up correctly, um, and things like that. So yeah, no problem, Josh. As much as I'd like to just like, tell you that, it's like, oh yeah, that you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. It's like the thing is that it's not like that's like they were lying. Like those are real experiences that occur, and it's something that was concerning to us to the point where we had to, it's time to take a take a break from streaming, trying to get more sales and make some investments um, in our current customers. Hopefully, here we can get filled soon. A little bit weird that we haven't gotten a trade yet today, but I'm going to throw off microcongruity here just to make us a lot more sensitive. We'll see if that can change anything. It's going to decrease our accuracy just a bit, but we should be okay. Yeah, honestly, guys, I think I'm going to trade NQ tomorrow. I want to highlight the new updates capabilities on NQ. So if you're interested in that, tune into our stream tomorrow. I think that we'll get better volatility as well at this time of day. Hey Will, you had asked for my settings today on stream. So the thing is that this is actually the R31 update, which is going to be released on Friday. Um, the thing is that there's a lot of settings in there that just don't exist on your guys' updates. So if I try and show you guys my settings and have you guys copy that, you're not going to get the same trading results with your version. So um, I find that to be a little bit unproductive for everyone involved, but um, yeah, Gary, I think that would be pretty interesting to trade NQ today if we don't get any trades today in ES. I'd probably, if I was going to do that, I would likely end the stream today and swap over and trade the last hour. Take like, let's say like a couple hour break and trade the last hour of NQ um, and get nice with that. Yeah, Matt, I think so. The fact that it's keeping me out of these trades does show that ML is doing a good job. And yeah, it's like although having no trades can be frustrating sometimes it is um, a testament to the fact that it does keep us out of areas where it would have been performing poorly. So Yeah, obviously not much happening right now, so that's really unfortunate. Yeah, Jada, I'm not sure I completely resonate with that at all. There's a lot of people on YouTube who are very consistent with both polarity and L2 Azimuth. So, oh,
Target
looks like we
filled.
got our first fill there, up $200 today. I highly recommend checking out both Brett's channel, Market Decoy's channel, Futures Odyssey. These are all people who post really consistently, and I believe that two of those people, they actually make videos on a PA account. So, and very helpful. They've been helpful in helping me understand how the regular consumer ends up coming to a state of profitability, and that's helped me deliver good educational content to you guys. So honestly, no, I don't agree with that at all. A testament to our products is the fact that I am the only vendor in the space who trades live and consistently makes massive amounts of green. I just I fail to find anyone else in the space who does that, especially with an algo. It just doesn't happen. So I mean, I just honestly I haven't seen any data that backs up that notion. So um, yeah, I just have to respectfully disagree, and I have evidence, and that's just how it is. I mean, I can't find any other way to swing it than that. Hey James, thanks so much for the affirmation. You had asked, is the programming for L2 Azimuth adjusted for the thin liquidity and inherent volatility of NQ? Thanks for your doing for the trading community. This is awesome. Hey James, this is a great question. Yes, it is. Now, the biggest component of that, now we do have hard baked in logic that I'll see if you're trading NQ. We have a lot of instruments that have hard coded logic to adjust trading logic. So yeah, that is involved in that, but mostly the biggest change is going to be with the suggested parameters that you use on NQ. So it is adjusted for that when you use the suggested parameters for NQ. Hey Josh, you had asked, do you believe a trading edge can be developed purely through price action, i.e. no order book or depth of market information? If you're asking if you can look at a historical price movement, which is just any price movement that happened in the past and create a predictive model of the future from it, I actually just haven't seen any data that backs this up. Um, it, oftentimes you're only seeing overfitting, very specific cherry picked areas when that occurs. I just don't think that a trading edge that is consistent over a year long basis or more can be consistently profitable on a weekly basis, even. So, if the thing is about my target when trading or when building a model is that I make sure to look for um, no red weeks. That's like the number one thing that I look for. It's like if there's even two red weeks out of a year, where if there's two of those weeks that don't make money when trading the software, I view that as actually a fail. And there is something that needs to be improved there. And the thing is that that basis doesn't really get hit ever. It's never like, oh, it just got edged out to three. There were three red weeks over instead of two. Um, that just doesn't happen. It's either you're seeing like a large number or you're seeing very close to zero, such as one or two. And none of those times when I've done that have I seen that come from a model based off of just past price action used for predictively guessing the future. I haven't seen any data on it. I've never seen it applied in real life. Um, our team is working around the clock at on not around the clock literally, but 9 to 5 on looking for new edges in the market, and none of those which have panned out have involved using only historical price action to predict future price. Yeah, Jamie, I think that is correct that lower volatility can be beneficial to spoofers because they're able to manipulate price in a more predictable manner. They're able to move price in the direction that they like without having to worry about fundamental factors affecting price. Hey Matt, yeah, actually I am working on creating an easy to install polarity with a .exe. It should be pretty simple. Yeah, Jada, again, honestly, I kind of view this as a troll. I mean, if you won't even admit that, if you won't even admit the capabilities of what I'm doing here on stream, I mean, again, you are clearly seeing me consistently make money. You're seeing price action line up with your chart. There is literally no way to fake this. So I'm sorry, and um, that's just how it is. If you believe everything you read on the internet, then I got a bridge to sell you, right? Yeah, it's funny. You add and purchased reviews don't count. So anything positive said about the software, yeah, man, that has to be purchased. And then anything negative, oh yeah, that's definitely real. Acting like we don't have competitors who are obviously threatened by the fact that we live stream with no delay and they can't. Obviously, the presence of myself, the fact that I put pressure on every other vendor by simply existing and by simply trading without delay is going to create problems for my business. If you don't think that we haven't seen some nefarious activity going on from competitors trying to smear our brand and actually created, and we've actually taken legal action against those people, and those vendors ended up withdrawing um, that controlled opposition. Um, it's clear that there is obviously some astroturfing going on with that. So I mean, if you really think that, that's okay. But I mean, the thing is bottom line, I'm the only person doing what I'm doing. Um, no one else has this level of transparency and consistency. Hey JR asked, I answered this earlier in the stream. If you want a giant settings window blocking the stream, like we'll answer that request once the new update comes out. But R31 is not available yet. It's available on Friday. It's going to be a free update for anyone who purchases, um, and easy. You're not going to get the same trades if you use my settings today because you have a different version of the software. Hey, thanks so much, Matt. Do appreciate the support. Yeah, I appreciate you guys sending in messages of support here. Obviously, it is disheartening hearing just one person really just like laying into me. But again, it's nice to see that we have a lot of people here who do support Futures Analytica's mission. But yeah, guys, appreciate it. Hey, thanks so much, James. I really do appreciate it. Hey Doug, R31 is complete, but we just have to package the installer for everyone. Run tests inside of Docker to just make sure that an installer is working across different user environments and things like that. But other than that, it's complete. It's been stable for a while. We've just been running live testing on or live trading with it just to ensure everything's working. Hey, Florin, you asked to use extra data feeds outside of Apex. Yes, I do. Hey, JC, yes, this update is free for lifetime members. It's also free for quarterly members, so it's not something I'm charging for at all. Hey James, you'd asked, is the quarterly plan still available? And yes, it absolutely is still available. Keith, you said if you have the Sierra VPS, will the update be there? B2W support for me has been great automatically. Awesome. I'm happy to hear that, Keith. That support's been good for you. Um, and yes, if you have the Sierra VPS, we're not gonna be so we don't have a way to push out updates to everyone without wiping their personal templates. If you want to opt in, we can definitely do that though if you have a VPS. Just shoot our team an email after the update comes out, um, so that we're able to push that to your instance, and we'll be able to go in. But be aware that your personal files on that will be wiped if you do that, or you can do the manual install. Yeah, again, Jada, that just doesn't really make any sense. That just I don't understand how that would even be possible because it's like I'm using the software and I am making money with it. And where's the disconnect there? Um, Again, these just seem like you're just throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. I mean, I'm not going to entertain delusions like this anymore. Hey, thanks so much, John. Appreciate that. Glad to hear there are a lot of supporters who appreciate what I do. He said to ignore the naysayers. Some people just spew out negative comments to help them feel better about themselves. The old putting down the competition is a sign of weakness. Actually, kind of sad. Appreciate that, John. Losers will be losers. Ignore the haters. Thanks, Jamie. Um, James, you said, hey, Connor, be encouraged, brother, with something that I've shared with my four sons. If a man of integrity is not first believed, he will let time prove him right. Appreciate that, James. We'll probably go here for another 15 minutes before we get in. If we don't get any trades, we'll have to end it. But look at how just atrocious the volatility has been. I mean, it's just unfortunate. Hey there, order flow. Thank you for the question. You had asked about to learn about the new decision tree structure and what patterns are specifically considered and detected. You asked last live stream. Thank you for consideration. I'm really interested to learn. I appreciate that. So honestly, I'd actually love to answer this. I need to create written documentation specifically that goes into this. I don't want to say anything that is misrepresentative of the actual capabilities of this feature. I don't want to undersell or oversell it. A lot of this has gotten to a point where um, the features that we're adding are a little bit above my level of understanding on. I usually I had requested that we continuously improve the software's accuracy, and this is something that my team brought me, not something that I had brought to my team. And my team operates with, I'd say, a much higher level of formal education than I do. So this is a point where it's not something that I'm dumbed down to, at the point where obviously I know how it works, but I want to make sure that I'm getting everything correct here. I don't want to misrepresent it in any way. So um, I'll go into that closer to the update day. So yeah, Jada, I have been reading all your questions. I don't know where that comes from. Uh, can you answer the following question? Will there be any news slash updates with Polarity? No updates planned with Polarity, but I definitely will be trading it live soon on stream. Um, Now there might be updates in the future for it, but I just haven't seen that as a way as something that I want to be leaning into anymore. Um, you said that support doesn't work, but your initial complaint said the problem wasn't with the support. So I find that to be extremely contradictory. Um, so it seems pretty ridiculous. James, you said, we're behind you, Connor. You're a true professional. I can vouch that there isn't any other content in a live environment on YouTube. You provide an invaluable service to the retail trading community. Keep up the good work and do not be discouraged, my friend. Thank you so much, James. I really appreciate that. It's very nice of you. Hello, Connor. Is there anything I can do on my end to make your projected screen a bit clearer? It is a little bit out of focus. You know, that's good to know, James. I'm going to see what I can do on that. I actually do see that on. Okay. So I have it open here on my second computer, and even though auto mode says that it's at 1440p, it looks like that's not true. So if you go down to your gear and you click quality and change it to 1440p manually, it should actually, it looks very clear on my end. So let me know if you do that. And if you do, let me know if there's actually an improvement. Wow, super weird that we're not getting filled into short position here, but hey Gary, we're looking into exactly why that might be occurring on on certain PA accounts, and then on other certain accounts it doesn't. I don't know what provider you're using for evaluations, but be aware that providers have complete control over your executions, because they're not real market orders when you're trading on either a PA or an evaluation account. So hey Sam, you said, is there a way to minimize commission? For about 12.5% of profit is a lot. I know this is not your software, but a broker issue. Hey Sam, this is a great question. So honestly, what I have to say about this is that this is just the nature of this level of frequency in trading, this level of scalping. When you're scalping for 3 to 4 ticks, the commissions are going to be high, and you just have to bake that into your strategy to your targets for win rate have to be quite a bit higher when you're doing that. Obviously, it's not optimal, but really, when you're making $3,000, or not when you let's say when I am making $3,000 on stream after commission, it's like I don't really care about the $800 of commission I paid. Um, so I don't know. It doesn't. It's to me it feels like a non-issue. It seems like well, I mean, if the software's profitable, I mean, why do we really care about commission that much? I mean, it's just the cost of doing business, honestly. Um, but what you can do to address that is you can expand your stops and your take profit. And the issue is that the software does become a little bit less accurate at that point. I found that doesn't really improve that much in terms of total alpha, but you will definitely be paying less in commission. Another thing you can do is trade NQ during higher volatility and increase your stop and take profit on that. It should still be effective. You can also get a CME seat. You can lease one, and that'll like reduce like 50 cents off your commission per side, or total. I mean, um, there's just stuff that you can do to decrease it. Now I haven't taken that step because I find that to be just doing a little bit too much, especially when it's um, I'm trading on a PA account half the time, and I don't find commissions to be that problematic. Hey Josh, you said what level of education did you pursue to be able to create systems such as L2Azimuth, and what did you study? I have a bachelor's degree, but considering pursuing master's to just improve my quantitative skills for algorithmic trading. Hey, thanks so much, Josh. So this is an interesting question. I actually do not possess formal education in the sense of a college degree. So I'm completely self-taught. Now, that's not to say that I haven't studied extensively on high-level math and um, things regarding quantitative trading. I have a very, very strong hunger for knowledge, and um, the world just fascinates me in a way that it's honestly really important to my faith that I am continuously growing in my knowledge of the world. Um, Living in God's creation, I find it to be just a wondrous way of worship to actually gain the capabilities to understand creation more. Um, when I look at how beautiful math really is, when you look at how everything fits together, and why certain things are where they're found, and how pi is found everywhere in ways that you wouldn't expect. It really just it's wondrous to me. So I'd say that if you find formal education to be the most effective way of you to learn, then I definitely think that you should pursue that master's. But if you find that you have that hunger for knowledge already, and you don't feel like you need to be held accountable by an end goal of getting a degree, then I would say that there are more effective ways to um, gain an education in a specific field than to do that. Now, the thing is that I think that degrees possess enormous value. I'm not somebody who tells people to ever drop out of college. I get a lot of people who ask me, a lot of friends in person, who say like, "Oh, I want to do what you do. Should I drop out of college?" Things like that. And I always say, absolutely not. If you're in college, it's like there is so much value to having that formal education experience. The amount of wisdom that you possess from doing so, or the amount of character building that occurs when you go through that, and just the level of consistency across many different subjects that make you a much more well-rounded person from going to college is something that can't be understated. So I'm not a college naysayer, absolutely not, and I think I would love to go back sometime when I have the time and the energy to do so to get that experience. So I know that was a bit of a drawn out answer, but there's not really a ton to talk about in terms of trading. But yeah, it's something that I found to be just something I enjoy. It's like a hobby for me to learn this stuff. Also, I do some um, competitive code development on the side just for fun, where you create um, you write your own scripts and you integrate those into military vehicles on like ballistic transmission and things like that. And it's actually pretty fun to edge out your opponents by writing a better algorithm on how to calculate where a target's going to be in X amount of time, which would be the time it takes for a shell to travel to their position, things like that. So it's just like something that you have to get creative with flexing that muscle, and find ways to make yourself really enjoy the process of improving your knowledge um, on both coding and math as a whole. All right, you guys, I think we're gonna end up calling it for today on stream, but I am going to say this. I'm going to be streaming again today at noon. We're going to be trading NQ, so tune into that if you're interested in seeing me come back from this $200 profit. This is pretty disappointing, but, you know, can't really do much about volatility. Thank you guys so much for your engagement today on today's stream. Always super insightful to hear from you guys, and I do appreciate the support. If you guys enjoyed today's stream, please leave a like on here. It really does help me out. It's a great affirmation to give, and I always appreciate it. So we got 183 viewers here now. We got 30 likes. So, I mean, if even 20% of you guys left a like, that would be super nice. So always great to see that level of engagement from you guys. And if you guys are new to the channel, welcome here. This is on this channel. It's Futures Analytica. I take my algorithms to the test. I live stream them with no delay on a live account or a PA account, which is a actual prop firm account where and we just trade. So you guys are seeing raw, unadulterated footage of me trading. So this is really what this channel is all about. So hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications if you guys want to be notified of any future live streams or videos. So thank you guys so much for tuning in today. Really do appreciate it. And I will see you guys later today in 4 hours. So let's get nice. Hopefully there will be more volatility. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.